I was hoping for no technical difficulties, but it doesn't look like we're going to end the show tonight without some. Sorry, guys, for the two-part segment here for those who are tuning in after the show. Thank you for everybody who keeps coming back to the live show. I apologize. For some reason, I just got booted off. I don't know why. Thank you guys for coming back on, though. I love it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I apologize for the technical difficulties. We're having some inclement weather here. I do see some thunderstorms and some lightning and out the windshield here. So sorry about that. Thank you so much, guys, for coming back. We will hopefully finish the show up here without any more technical difficulties. Thanks for being here, guys. I apologize about that. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I don't know. It just said my video ended for some reason, and so I started a new one. Thank you guys for following, though, and being here. Let's move on to a couple other things real quick, just as we continue to go on with the show. I want to talk about, we were talking about the Positive Personal Recap. It's been a busy week. Sports, school, all this kind of stuff. It was a great week, though. But we need to start separating ourselves and stepping outside ourselves and trying to see the world through other people's eyes. That was what I wanted to cover there. There is a positive quote that I wanted to share for this week that I want you guys to hear. Let me know what you guys think. The positive quote is this: "There are no limits to what you can accomplish, except the limits you place on your own thinking." That's by Brian Tracy. And that relates to me in this last week. I feel like that relates to our poll question of the week. And of course, my life and the people that I know that are struggling right now. This quote resonates in regards to all of that. Last week's poll question was, are you doing what you love? This quote states, "There are no limits to what you can accomplish, except the limits you place on your own thinking." So, to me, those are all very important, and that quote really resonated with me, not because of the poll question of the week, but because of everything that I see everybody struggling and going through. The only thing that's going to limit us is the limits that we place on our own thinking and our own abilities and our own positivity. The more positive we can be, the way that we think can all change that kind of stuff, and that, to me, was a great quote for the week. Brian Tracy, thank you so much for that. Let me know what you guys think about it. I liked it. Hopefully you guys liked it too. I think it's a pretty good quote. Let's see. Thank you, Nicole, for putting out there. She says, everybody turn on your live notifications so you know when I go live. That is very true. Thank you so much. I know Justin has. I know Nathan has. I know you have, Nicole. Thank you so much. And, of course, my lovely wife. Thank you guys so much for coming back. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties. A couple quick more things before we end the show tonight. I want to give, of course, we can't, this week, we cannot go through the show today without talking about a couple of things, of course. One thing, of course, is tomorrow. Tomorrow is a day of remembrance, and I want to make sure that here at Carlock Confessions you understand how I feel. Tomorrow is September 11th. Back in September 11th, 2001, for those who can remember, was a day that changed everybody's life. I'm a big believer that we should, and everyone should, remember and never forget what happened on that day in 2001. It was the largest, most highly coordinated terrorist attack on the United States that's ever commenced. September 11, 2001 changed my life, and it changed the life of all Americans. Regardless of what you believe in regards to the conspiracies or what happened, the terrorists, who did it, who didn't do it, who was involved, who wasn't. The bottom line, thousands of Americans lost their lives. Thousands of first responders were there and answered the call. Many of them lost their lives as well. And I can't go on live here tonight without at least mentioning our first responders and the people who were affected by September 11th. I'd just like to take a moment to remember all the men and women who have been affected by this event. Remember the first responders. Remember how they ran towards danger instead of away from it. And then I just want to make sure that we remember the heroes that gave their lives trying to save others and protect our freedom. Tomorrow is a very dark day, but a day of remembrance in regards to what happened here in the United States, that happened in New York. September 11th is a day that we should always remember. Many things today are because of that day. And I wouldn't feel right hosting this show tonight without at least bringing it up. So if you guys could please do me a huge favor as the Carlock Confessions community, just give a quick moment of silence, just a quick thought or a quick prayer to all of those who were affected by September 11th, including especially our heroes and first responders. It should be a day that's never forgotten. I hope you guys feel the same. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much. For giving me a moment to bring that up. I think it would. I couldn't live with myself if I didn't. All right. So with that said, let's move on to the next segment of the show. And this was one of my new segments of the show that I really love. This is going to be our new shout out section. I got to come up with a sound for the shout out section. It might be the air horn. I love the air horn. Hopefully you guys do too. The shout out section. Here we go. Shout outs for the week. Real quick, I want to give a big shout out to my Detroit Lions for giving me hope and then killing it in the same game. That game was very sad for any Detroit Lions fans. If anybody here watched or experienced the Detroit Lions game or did not watch the highlights, I did see some shots of greatness with them, which of course is always a good thing. The fact that they didn't win that game, heartbreaking. So shout out to the Detroit Lions. Another big shout out I want to give out to is a big supporter of Carlock Confessions and a Carlock Confessions community member. Justin Wells, your birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Justin. Happy birthday to you, sir. Everybody here in chat. Justin is with us tonight. Please feel free to wish him a happy birthday. He is a huge contributor and a huge supporter of Carlock Confessions, and I am very blessed to know you, sir. So happy birthday to you tomorrow. Tonight, though, is my brother-in-law, Skip McCormick's birthday. Happy birthday, Skip. Skip is not on with us tonight, but you guys are welcome to wish him a happy birthday as well if you like. Happy birthday to him. Hopefully he's enjoying his evening as well. And, of course, anybody here, if you have a shout-out you'd like to give, please feel free to put it in the chat now. We can always shout out Justin and give him a big happy birthday as well. But this is a perfect opportunity for you guys to do a quick shout-out that I'd be more than happy to read on camera for you, so that way everybody here in the Carlock Confessions community knows, and anybody who views this video now or later will hear your shout-out as well. This is a new segment that I really like. I love that it's here, and I think this is something that's going to stick around. So, guys, if you have a shout-out you'd like to have on Carlock Confessions on a taping in the future, please feel free to send me a message, put it on the chat, put it in the page. You guys can leave a comment on the page or send me a private message, and I'd be more than happy to make sure that I add your shout out to this to the next week's show or future shows as well. So let me know what you guys think about that. I like this segment. Hopefully you guys do too. Happy birthday to everybody, to Justin and Skip, and again to these Detroit Lions that I will continue to support, love, and hate all at the same time. All right, that is the shout out, and I don't know if I'm going to keep the air horn for that one or not. That's a lot of air horn, but I sure do enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think. All righty, we are starting to crank down to the end of the show here, I think, because it has been a great night. It's been a great topic night. Vaping, of course, is always a big topic and is going to continue to be. And I really do appreciate it. Jared did put a shout out. Fantastic. Jared says, shout out to my son, Devin, who turned 17 on Wednesday. I can't believe it's his special day. Happy birthday, Devin. Happy 17th birthday. Big shout out to you. Thank you, Jared. That's a great shout out, and I hope he has an amazing birthday and on his special day. Thank you so much. All right, so let's do a quick recap of the show tonight, guys. It's been a great show. Thank you so much. It's been such a great show because you guys have been here. Sorry for the technical difficulties. That's just how Carlock Confessions goes, I guess. We opened the show up, of course, with the poll question from last week, which was a 50-50 split. Only 8 votes. So, again, guys, if you could please share this week's votes or a poll question so we can get more votes, it'd be greatly appreciated, of course. 50-50, though. Are you currently doing what you love in life? 50-50 split. This week's poll question: which do you prefer if a superpower you could have between these two, teleportation or to stop time? Which one would it be? Make sure you guys go and do that one. I have to go and do it still. I'm going to do it as soon as the show's over. We did our Grinds My Gear section, which I always love, talking about construction sites and construction on the road and traffic backups. We put a positive twist on that. Nathan weighed in with a perfect example of listening on a podcast. John weighed in with listening to great music. I like to take advantage by calling people I haven't talked to in a long time. So I feel like that's a great positive way to turn on it. Gives you a couple extra minutes you didn't expect to have. Then, of course, we had our In the News topic where Governor Whitmer has banned all of the flavored vaping products in brick and mortar and online sales, which to me is fantastic here in the state of Michigan. Within there, we also found out that San Francisco Board of Supervisors voted to make the city the first to effectively ban e-cigarettes altogether. Again, guys, e-cigarettes is going to be a major topic going forward, I think, here in the country. So we definitely need to make sure that we stay on top of it. I know I will. I do not believe this will be the last conversation we have here on Car Lot Confessions in regards to vaping. I know we're going to have more. Jared gives one more shout out. Shout out to me, Frank Fanzoni, for hosting. Thank you, Jared. That is a very kind shout out. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. This is something I love to do, as you guys know, so I really do appreciate that shout out. I want to shout out to all of you. Tonight has been an absolutely fantastic show. So many listeners, so many viewers, so many people contributing, and of course that always makes the show better. So thank you guys so much. And as we continue, we had our question of the night as we recap the show. If you think that boards, cities, and states are overstepping their boundaries by banning companies from selling their products if they're not deemed illegal, that is a right versus left, as John pointed out in our show tonight. And then we had our positive personal recap where we talked about trying to see the world from other views, yet our default is always to see it from our own. That is where we have to try to change the default setting. We talked about September 11th, guys. Really, tomorrow should be a day of remembrance. Please, I highly recommend that you guys all remember September 11th as I do. And remember the heroes that gave their lives, the first responders and the people that protect our freedoms. We did our shout outs, which we love. And I love that new segment. Hopefully you guys do too. Thank you for contributing, all of you. And then, of course, that's the show. Real quick, want to throw out there, blood is still needed here in the state of Michigan, guys. If you could go donate blood, that is always beneficial and a way to be the change. So if you can and have an opportunity, please donate blood if you can. It is always the best way to save lives. All right, that's it. Now's the time for the last comments, the last part of the show. This is where you guys can like, share, and follow as well. So if you haven't shared the video yet, now is a perfect time to do so. And time for last comments. So if you guys have anything you want to add before we close the show tonight, please feel free to put them in the chat right now. I'll give you guys about a minute to do so, and then we will end the show for tonight. But I want you to know we will be on next week as well on Tuesday, same time. Make sure you guys have your live notifications on so you know every time we go live here at Car Lot Confessions. And I am so glad and so blessed to have had you guys on tonight. Thank you. What a great show. You guys have been a great crowd, great comments, great opinions, great contributions, and I tip my hat to all of you. Thank you so much, guys, for being here tonight. Since I don't see anything coming up in the chat other than Pam joining us late, thank you for joining us, Pam. I bid you all very well good night. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you for all of your contributions. And as always, guys, remember, be the change. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Thank you so much. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great night.